Hello and welcome back to another episode of Overkill Trading. We got a lot of stuff to cover today, including your guys' chart requests over here inside the Discord. We left off there at Circle on Thursday. We also dropped the watch list on Friday if you guys missed that, but there are some huge developments happening right now inside of the crypto market. So the first thing I just want to point out before we get into your guys' requests is the fact that Bitcoin has its weekly dot here showing up December 8th. So you can see if I scroll out of this chart, every time this thing has came back down here since all the way back here in October of 2022. Okay, this was like 3 or 4 years ago. Every time this wave comes down here and gives a green dot, it is time to buy. You can see you were buying right here in October at 26,000. It went all the way up to 76, pulled back to 53, gave you some dots right in here around 50 to 60. It went up to 110, pulled back for a few months, gave you a green dot here in April when everyone was freaking out about tariffs at 80, and then ripped all the way back up here to 123. And again, we got these red dots up here between 110 and 120, and then it sold off. We had this big capitulation dip over the last couple of months, and now we are getting a green dot. So again, markets don't go straight up or straight down. They go in waves. They go up, down, up, down, up, down. And I think with this signal showing up, again, everything we do here, guys, is based on three things. It's based on logic, it's based on data, and it's based on discipline. Okay, the discipline is for following our strategy, listening to the red and green dots, using the data, right, our indicator data that we have to place entries and exit positions, okay? If you guys were using the weekly chart to enter and exit on Bitcoin using the red and green dots over the last 3 years, you guys made a bunch of money. The point I'm trying to hone in here is that this right here is signaling that, hey, this is the potential bottom right here at 80 for Bitcoin, and you could see how many of other names have gone off here. You got Chainlink popping off again. If you were buying Chainlink back here in July, you were buying it at $13, it went up to 28. Same thing here in April, $13. Back here in 2024 at $10. Back here in June at $5. And you're getting the signal as I'm recording this video. December 8th is today. We just got new weekly candles. So all these signals popped off. You got one from ENA. This is looking really good. ENA looks fantastic. Look at that. Putting in there, it didn't break the low of 20 cents, and it's bouncing right at that level. ENA looks really good. SEI also getting a signal here. PENGU, that's a meme coin, but it does look good off that signal. I don't trade the meme coins, but that is a buy signal there on PENGU. Ada Cardano has one. Ondo has one. Okay, and guys, these don't come around every single day. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? The last time, for example, XLM, Stellar Loomis got a green dot was back here. Okay, that was in July. What is it? July, it's now December. So you got July, August, September, October, November, December. 6 months ago. It's been 6 months since we've gotten one of these signals. Does that make sense, guys? 6 months. These don't come around every day, okay? People are so focused on the hourly and the 1 minute time frames, they don't look at the macro. The macro chart, the weekly and the monthly charts are the easiest charts to trade, okay? Because all you got to do is wait for the signal. Okay, again, the last time we got one of these on Stellar was back here 6 months ago in July. The price was at 23 cents. What are we sitting at right now? 23, 24 cents. It popped all the way up to 50. Okay, if you come in here to an hourly chart, how many signals did we just get in the last 2 days? Okay, green dots everywhere. They're too hard to read. That's why we use the larger time frames, because they're more accurate. They don't come around every single day. They come around months. And again, if you guys are new to the channel, we are 1 to 6 months out on all of our trades. We are not day traders. If we buy something and it goes down 10 to 20% the next day, it doesn't matter, because we are thinking 1 to 6 months out. That means you have to be willing to hold for at least 1 to 6 months. If you guys are not familiar with our strategy, come over here and watch the trading course. I have a free trading course over here that's going to walk you through the signals and everything that we're looking for on these charts. And I drop videos every single day for our members. You guys can request charts over here. Like I said, we left off at Circle. I just want to show you guys everything that's given a signal right now, because again, these do not come around every day. This is like every 6 months we get these signals, okay? It's not an everyday thing. It's not an everyday occurrence. That's why I'm trying to hone in how important it is right now not to listen to what's in the narrative, what's in the media. Okay, a lot of people bearish. A lot of people saying the bear market's here. Okay, the bear market's been here. We've gone down for the last 3 months. The bear market's over. Okay, the bottom's in. I'm calling it right here on December 8th. Okay, XLM, Ondo, Atom, ETH BTC. This is one of my favorite ones. Okay, the ETH BTC chart represents Ethereum's price action to Bitcoin. So you could see Ethereum has gone up compared to Bitcoin over the last, well, since we called the bottom back there in April. Okay, so Ethereum has outperformed Bitcoin over the last, well, since July or since April. Okay, probably the last 8 months, it's gone up. Okay, and look how it's curling. Look how this chart is curling. I'm telling you guys, if this chart breaks out in the next couple of weeks, altcoins are going to absolutely fly. And I'm just giving you guys the data here, man. This is the data, okay? This is not me pulling something out of my rear end, trying to get you guys to do anything. I just come here to share the information, okay? I am showing you on the chart, XLM is given a green dot for the first time in 6 months, okay? And where is the fear and greed sentiment right now, guys? Where is it at? We're in fear. People are fearful. Retail is scared. They got their tails tucked and they're running. They're running away. They're quitting. Okay, they're going to go chase the next shiny object because they bought XLM right here at 30 cents and it went down 20%. Now they're going to quit right before everything's about to reverse. If you're watching this video, hopefully you haven't quit. Okay, the markets are an ongoing thing. It doesn't end. Nothing goes down forever. Nothing goes up forever. As long as we're buying when people are fearful and selling when they're greedy. People are greedy when the wave's up here, right? Everyone was talking about XLM up here at 60 cents. Nobody gives a crap about it right here at 24. Okay? Look at all these signals, guys. That ETH BTC chart is probably the most bullish chart I've seen. And then you have the total market cap. That one also gave a signal today. It's not showing up on the chart, but I have the receipts right here in the weekly chart here. The total market cap went off last night at 1 a.m. 1 a.m. that thing went off. So it faded away from the chart because, again, a dot is not confirmed till the candle closes. But again, look at when this wave is down here giving you a green dot, big move. Green dot, wave down here on the weekly, big move. Green dot, wave down here on the weekly, big move. What do you guys think's coming next? I mean, if you guys are just going to look at the data, what do you think's going to happen? Do you think the crypto market cap's going to come back down here to $1 trillion? It's not, guys. This is the fastest growing asset class in the world, okay, ever, okay? Extreme growth over the last, I don't even know how long, since it's been out. It's just been growing and going up and going up and going up. The only thing taking crypto out is the grid going out. There are times to buy and times to sell. The times to buy are down here. The times to sell are up here. We should be loading up on altcoins right now. Your favorite altcoins, you should be loading up, okay? Because I'm telling you, in the next 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months, prices are going to be much higher. Okay, I'm going out on a limb and saying that the bottom is in, simply because the data. I don't have a crystal ball. This is what the data says. You guys have access to the same exact data. If you guys do not have our indicators, you guys can come over here and download them for yourself. Just go to the trading indicator tab. There's a link in the description or pinned in the comments. Click this link right here. Okay, and you'll get all these indicators. Again, I'm just here to share the data with you guys. Okay, look at INJ. Same thing. We got these green dots back here in, what was that, April? We went from $7 up to 15. That was a 100% move. Plume. There was big news on Plume today. We've been talking about this. This is a real-world asset play here. We bought this like 3 weeks ago, and look what's happening tomorrow, guys. Spot trading for Plume and Jupiter, I don't know what Jupiter is, will go live on December 9th. Plume, which we invested into at like 2.5 cents or something like that. This thing's going live on Coinbase tomorrow. You know what that means? That means major liquidity is going to be available to Plume. And it's sitting at like a $66 million market cap. Look at the weekly chart. Look at it. Look at that. Oh, Lord. I'm telling you, folks. I'm telling you right now, the bottom is in, folks. The bottom is in, okay? You got ARB giving one. You got Algorand giving one down here at 13 cents. GRT giving one. We got OP giving one. We got IOTX. These are the signals we've been waiting on for months, guys. I've been telling you guys, watch the weekly chart and look at what we got. Last but not least, Ethereum. Ethereum with the green dot. Where was the last one called out? Boom, back here in April. How long ago was April? I guess you got one right here in June. right here at 2,400. But the ones with this blue wave below that zero line on the weekly chart are the ones you want. Okay, these are the ones. This one's okay. These ones are golden. Okay, these ones are really accurate. Again, I'm not making this up. You cannot make this up. Okay, men lie, women lie. The charts don't. Okay, $1,600 is what Ethereum was in April when that signal came. Again, I can't make this up. The chart says it. You have the same access to the same indicators, to the same chart data. This thing went all the way up to 5,000 and pulled all the way back, and now you're getting another signal here in December. So, guys, the bottom's in. The bottom for cryptocurrency is in, and I'm calling it right here, right now, December 8th. This is what we've been waiting for. Okay, we might go sideways, right? Things just might go sideways here. Okay, we might get a little sideways action. We might get a little fake out, but I think the bottom is in here for Ethereum right there at 2,600. I think this is the bottom, and you can never be 100%, but I'm 90% sure that the bottom is somewhere in this area and happened right here at 2,600 for Ethereum. So, guys, again, all these signals were called out. If you guys want to go review those charts over here, over in the weekly alerts section, we call out the dailies, we call out the weeklies, we call out the monthlies. And if you guys go watch the trading course, if you guys are new, that's going to explain how we look for these signals and how we trade them. So with that being said, let's dive into your guys' chart requests. We left off right here at Circle, and the chart requests are currently closed because we have a lot to cover. I want to get caught up on everybody's requests, and then I'll reopen the chart requests. So just bear with me here. Be patient. We got a lot of people requesting charts over here. So let me see if I can go and find. Let me see if I can find this one. We got Circle, Netflix, Amazon, Circle. Oh. I'm on this right now. Twitter. Let's go back over here to the charts. Let's look up Circle. Circle Internet Group is the owner of USDC. So the weekly chart, you can see the wave is way down there. Dot is still green here on the daily. I still like this. I have a position in this. We took a position off this dot back here on the daily. I think that was around $67. And it's up at 82 now. No red dot yet. That stochastic is topping right there. So I'd say as long as this thing can hold on to 80, it looks good. As long as it holds on to 80, I'm looking for a sell signal. I'm either looking for a red dot there on the daily, or a red dot on the weekly, or a red dot here on the 4 hour, which we got right there on the 5th. So I still like it as long as it holds on to 80. I still think it looks really good, and I'm very bullish on the company. They had a really good earnings report, crushed their earnings by 234%. Again, they are the owners of USDC. So USDC is the second largest stablecoin out there behind Tether. So I still like Circle. I'm holding on to that one. We also covered that one on Friday's episode there. You also requested Netflix. Netflix is buying Warner Bros., which is, they had a big deal with that, $84 million. So again, what you want to do is wait for the weekly or the monthly. I'd probably wait for the monthly on Netflix there. This thing's just been on an absolute tear. Look, if you guys would have bought this green dot on the monthly back here in 2022 at $22, you would have made 500-600% over the next couple of years. So I'd just wait for the signal from the bigger time frames. I would not be a buyer on Netflix here. I would either wait. You either need the weekly or the monthly signal first. Those are the most accurate signals you can get. And they're buying Warner Bros. What was that? WBB? Warner Bros. Or WBD? Yeah. Warner Bros., WBD, they're buying. Netflix is buying these guys for $87 billion. So they're probably selling some stock here to accumulate that $87 billion to make that transaction go through. But I would not be a buyer of Netflix here. Too overextended. Amazon, again, too choppy. I want to buy on the weekly when this wave is down here. We don't want to buy up in this area. You got a red dot on the weekly and a red dot on the monthly. We're sellers of Amazon here. PRMB, and again, guys, keep in mind our strategy is for a 1 to 6 month time frame. So like something like PRMB, I would be more interested in. Why? Because we just had a huge pullback on the monthly chart. This thing's gone down from 36 all the way to 15. Okay, I'm much more interested in something like that than something like Amazon right here. Just not really going anywhere. It's just chop, 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 chop. You want to wait for a big correction like that. Boom. Green dot. There you go at 175. Rip it. Okay. PRMB. I like this one. I like it. You got the weekly signal here. So what that's telling you is that, hey, potentially this is going to bottom here at 14. I don't think this is a bad place to look to add if you believe in the company. Because again, that's a 60% drop there from the top. So If you want the absolute bottom, wait for the monthly signal. Again, those are called out in the Discord. I don't even think this one is on my watch list. I'm going to go ahead and add this one in. I'm going to add this one in because I like that pullback. I like this call out here. Not sure what these guys do. So if you're watching, you could enlighten us in the comments section. Let us know what this is. 1.7 billion a quarter. That's not bad. So yeah, it's trying to bottom. If you're going to buy it here off the weekly, I would use a stop loss at probably $14. It's trying to build a base here. Okay, trying to build a base. That one's probably going to be choppy for a while, but very oversold. I don't know why it's down so much. TAO. This is a cryptocurrency. I just wait for the weekly. Again, I think as Ethereum goes up, all the ships are going to rise, right? Ethereum breaking out will cause other altcoins to break out. I like this green candle to start the week. You just want that signal there on the weekly. There's no data on the monthly yet, but that one looks like the bottom's in right there at around 250. I like this one. You just want to wait for the signal on TAO. This is an AI name, I believe. So, yeah, 240 would be my stop loss if I was taking a position here. Our target's always up here in the red zone of the Fibonacci. Again, if you guys are not familiar with this Fibonacci indicator, it has the golden zones here, and then it has the red zone up here. Okay, so our target is always up here in the red zone. We want to sell a red dot up here in the red zone. We want to buy down here by the golden zones. So I'd be a buyer of TAO here on the weekly signal once you get it. If you can get it closer to 250, great, but this looks like a good opportunity if you believe in it. Again, I don't know much about the project. You guys got to do your own fundamental research. I'm just here to tell you what the chart says. And then here's XRP. XRP hasn't fired that weekly yet. You can see the last time we got one was back here in June at 220, popped up to about 370. We called this one out back in November. You guys, some of you probably were here at 50 cents. It rocketed all the way up to 3. I ended up selling it like 70. I think I sold right here around 70, 80 cents, and it ended up ripping. I sold too early. I didn't wait for the signal, but it pulled back here to 150, bounced, okay, off those last green dots. Again, all I would do here is wait for the green dot there on XRP. Right now, the support level to watch is just $2. $2 is a big level. You can see it wicked all the way down here to 150. I don't see XRP ever going below 150 again. So if you can get it closer to 150, great, but I'd just be looking to add on the signals, and that looks like it could come this week or next week. What else you got? OP. Yeah, any altcoin right now, guys. If you believe in any altcoin, now's the time to buy. OP has a green dot going off here at 30 cents. So 30 cents looks like the bottom for OP. It did break that low right there. That's why I didn't like this one. I think I got stopped out of it at like 50, 60 cents. But I don't like how it made a lower low. So what I would do on OP is wait for the monthly. Okay, again, we're watching the weekly here. The weekly is given one here at 30 cents. So, again, if you want to start a position on the weekly, because the weekly dot is going to come before the monthly. And if you're getting the weekly when the wave is way down here, okay, that's ideal. It's ideal. It's a good place to add if you believe in the project. If you believe this thing's going back up to $3-4, it's at 30 cents right now. If this thing goes back to 3 from where it sits, okay, you're making 1,000% on your money. Okay, that's what we're looking for. So, again, everybody's quitting. Everyone's quitting crypto right now. Okay, the same thing happened in 2023. Okay, let me bring you back to 2023. I told you guys, I almost deleted my channel in 2023. Okay, because it was boring. There was nobody engaging. There was nobody talking. It was boring. It was really boring, right? But look what happened. 2023, Bitcoin was $18,000. Okay, this is where everyone quits. This is where everyone gives up and goes and chases the shiny object. Right? And this is where everyone's excited and buying. So, again, people giving up. Obviously, markets are in fear. We went over the fear and greed index at the beginning here. And, yeah, I mean, that's just kind of how the market goes, guys. So, OP, again, you only sell if you lose. If you guys bought this one at 50, 60 cents off that green dot where I did, I got stopped out, I think, at like 45 or something. And that was down here at 30. So, again, if you bought here, it's not really going to matter if you bought here or here if it goes back up to 3. So if you believe in this project, it should go back up here to $2 or $3. So I'd wait for that monthly confirmation there on OP. And please, if you guys could just leave it to 2 requests. I'll start with the LCX here. I want to be respectful of everybody's time, so if you guys could keep the requests to 2. The weekly hasn't fired, so again, I'm waiting on the weekly or the monthly there. Okay, weekly or the monthly, wait on one of those 2 signals for LCX. You got Ondo, ONDO. No data on the monthly yet, so we look to the weekly. and the weekly is giving a signal. So I would be adding to Ondo here off this signal. It looks like 40 is going to be the bottom for it. I don't think that one's going below 39. I think the bottom's in there for Ondo right there above 39 cents. That looks good. And again, request your charts. You guys can request these. Just keep it to 2 per day if you could. Again, I just want to be respectful of everybody's time. Here's Whirlpool. Whirlpool, that's stuck in a downtrend. That's just really ugly. I don't like that downtrend. It does have support right there at 63, but I don't think there's a lot of people building pools right now, if I'm being completely honest with you. The economy is suffering, and I think there's some better names to own than Whirlpool. If you believe in it, I mean, down here is where it bounced back here in 2020. Okay, it's at 2020 lows, 5-year lows. So if you believe in the project, I think it's a good time to be building a position on that one. But I just don't know about the fundamentals of it. Here's SEI. This one was also given the weekly signal here today. So again, we got this one, same one back here at 16 cents, popped up to 40. Now it's pulled all the way back. I think the bottom's in right here at around 10 cents for SEI. That one looks good. Hive. HIVE. This is Hive Technology. That had a big move up to 7, then pulled all the way back to 3. It's just hanging out right here at 3. So it has a red dot there on the monthly. Again, it's been very just sideways over the last couple of years. I don't know, man. Looks like a penny stock, and they don't make a whole lot of money. So I'd wait for the weekly on that one. Wait for the weekly dot on that one. IREN, IREN. Coming down. Yeah, wait for a green. Look at the red monthly. Yeah, I would just avoid this one. Okay, red dot came on this one back here in October at $68. It's down here at 45. So, again, you want that wave to be deeper on the weekly. And then the monthly, I mean, that's just a warning sign right there. That we don't want to buy the red monthlies. Okay, so if you're in it, I would just make sure it holds on to that low right there. I'd put a stop loss at 39 if you think it's going to reverse and keep going up. But I wouldn't touch this one right here with the red dot on the monthly. And again, this is just our strategy, folks. We don't trade the monthly red dot. Okay, if that monthly is red, you need to use a tight stop loss right at the low. Okay, and 39 is the low right there for IREN. HIMS actually looks pretty good. I seen this one come through. We also had an alert come through on this morning. Doesn't have the monthly yet, but it does have the weekly. So, again, what that's telling you is that, hey, this low right here is the potential bottom right there at 32. So, if you want to use a stop loss on it, I'd put it right there at 32. And again, our target would be up here between 60 and 70 there based on the red zone. But I don't like that death cross right there on the daily. And that stochastic's pretty overdone. So I'm pretty neutral on HIMS. GRRR, Gorilla Technology Group. This one's down here at 14. Got the green weekly. Again, just pretty much chopping, going sideways here. Their earnings have been doing pretty good. They just don't make a whole bunch of money. They only make $26 million a quarter. So that's a pretty tiny stock. I would say if you're playing that green dot on the weekly, use a stop loss right there around 12. Okay, because again, that's all that's telling you is that, hey, this is the potential bottom, right? Boom, that green dot right there is saying this low right here is where the buyers are stepping in. So as long as this one can hold on to 12, it looks pretty good. UPS. Hold me close, my dear. Hope y'all are doing well, man. Let me know what you guys are watching. What charts am I missing that we haven't covered? Drop them down in the comments. Let me know what your guys' favorite picks are this week. What you guys are watching. What you guys are keeping up with. What are your favorite signals that we got in the Discord here today with the new weekly alerts? Let me know. UPS, this one's still just hanging out here above 90. So I've just been saying, hey, $90 is that level you want to watch. I'd put a stop loss at 89. If you believe this company's going to recover, it's been hit very hard over the years, ever since they lost that Amazon contract. So again, they're not as good of a company without that Amazon contract, but it is trying to reverse here up above 90. ZBCN, guys, remember this one? Everyone was losing their minds on this one up here at 7 cents. I told you guys to sell this thing up here. I was getting roasted. Now it's all the way down here at 0.002. So I just wait for the signal. You need to wait for the signal. And I'm not really sure what that one does either. Ada Cardano. Cardano looks good. I'd be a buyer of Cardano here. What that's telling you is that, hey, $37 or 37 cents is the bottom. You got the signal right here today, folks. You're seeing it right here live. Again, the last time we got one of these with the wave down here was in June. 6 months ago. It's been 6 months. since we've gotten these signals, folks. So wake up. Now is the time, not the time to quit, right? We're all Spartans here. You guys have heard the story about the 300 Spartans. You think they thought about giving up and turning around and walking away when they had millions and millions of Persians coming in on them, and there was 300 of them, and they sat there, and they stood firm, and they fought. They didn't quit. They didn't retreat. They didn't tuck their tails and run. They held the line, baby. And that's what we're doing here, baby. We're buying down here, selling up here, folks. Buy the fear, sell the greed. You're seeing this signal right now, man. That doesn't get more bullish. It does not get more bullish than that right there. Okay, that is a sign of a reversal. Okay, the bottom's in for Cardano. Trex, I'd wait for the monthly on. Wait for the monthly on that one. BMNR. This one's hard to read because they had a stock split, so I have to go to the daily. I'm just gonna say $30 is the bottom, or $24 is the bottom. I don't know. I'd rather just buy Ethereum, I think, than buy a Ethereum treasury company. But this, I mean, if Ethereum starts to break out, this stock is going to go up. So keep that in mind. The signal came back here for it on the 24th at $27. It's now up to 35. Was as high as 140 back in July when Ethereum took off. But I'm telling you guys, this ETH BTC chart is so bullish, dude. Like, it's so that thing's going to send alts to the moon. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, dude. When this happens, this is altcoin season right here. We haven't seen anything yet. We're right here in the cycle, in the altcoin cycle. We haven't seen nothing, guys. I think 2026 is going to be absolutely insane for altcoin holders. We got Coin. Coin looks good. I like Coin with the wave down here again. The last time we got a green dot with the wave down here was in April at 175. Popped up to 440. Now we're back down here. We're just missing the signal, but that thing looks like it wants to come here. I think the bottom for Coinbase could be in right there at 240. HGRAF, or HGRAF, Hydrograph Clean Power. Looks like a penny stock. Again, we want to buy down here. We don't want to buy up here. Okay. Again, this is probably a fundamental play. It's an OTC stock, so we just don't really do penny stocks here. IONQ, we want to buy good quality projects, good quality names, not gamble on penny stocks or meme coins. And again, if you know something about that company, all the power to you, invest in it. But technically, it doesn't look like a good place to buy based on the chart. Here's IONQ, given a weekly here. This one has a little bit more of a range down here to 40. What's the monthly saying? I think the monthly's red. Yeah. So you want to set a really tight stop on this if you're going to play this at 45. I'd put it at 45. That's the low of that candle right there. So if it breaks 45, I'd sell it. But it does have a signal here, just not that deep on the indicator like this one was. You can see the wave is just sitting at like -10. This one was down here at -30, down there at 20. Nice move up to 80. I've heard a lot of good things about this company. I think they're a quantum computing play. They just really don't make that much money. I mean, they're only making $40 million a quarter. So they made 20 there, 7. I mean, they are increasing their earnings by a lot. So I don't know what these guys do. First National Quantum Communication Network. So yeah, they're a quantum play. Interesting. It's an interesting play. I would say as long as it holds 45, it looks bullish. We got ICP. ICP's just hanging. Everyone was excited about ICP up here at 10. Now no one's talking about it down here at $3-4. I still like it. I'm still holding it. We bought it at 3. It went up to 10. I think we sold it around 8 or 750. I rebought back in around 450, I think it was. And now it's down here at 350. They're just kind of flushing everybody out that got in up here. That's what they're doing. So I like the project. I like the technicals. And I think it's an altcoin that's going to absolutely crush in this up-and-coming bull run, in this up-and-coming altcoin season. You got the monthly signal showing there on the chart, which tells us that, hey, we are bullish on the name. We're still holders of ICP here. CRO, good quality project here. That one's red there on the monthly. Let's go to the weekly. No signal yet, but it looks like it's coming. I think 9 cents is the bottom there for CRO. The next weekly alert is where I buy this thing. You can see the last one came back here in July 6 months ago at 9 cents. Same price we're sitting at. Went all the way up to 40 cents for a 300% rack. We'll do ACN here. ACN, USD. Oh, sorry, that's a stock. This one's been breaking out too. Okay, we got these signals back here in September at 240, sideways, sideways, sideways. Now we're breaking out, looking good. It's also got a monthly dot here. ACN looks phenomenal here. I'm going to actually post this one for you guys over here in the alerts. Boom. ACN looks good. Looks really good. And you got Marvel. And again, guys, if you guys could keep it to 2 per day over there in the Discord, I just want to be respectful of everybody's time. Marvel, red dot on the daily here today. Gap down to 90. Based on where the wave is on the daily, I wouldn't be adding to this one. The time to buy was right here in November at around 79. It popped up to 103 after earnings. Now it just gapped down here to 90. So it is still bullish because, again, as long as the dot is green on the macro time frame on the monthly, we're going up. So as long as it can hold on to, I would say, $80 to $90, you could probably have a stop loss on this at 80. But it does have a red dot there. So that one's kind of tough. It didn't quite make it to the red zone. Not my favorite. Circle, we covered H-bar. H-bar. This one looks good. This one looks good. It's still red here on the monthly. Weekly dot hasn't came yet, but by the looks of all the signals that we went over here at the beginning of the video, I'm going to say, go out on a limb and say this one's going to come here probably this week or next week. So you should see that. I would be a buyer of H-bar here at 13 cents. What else we got? IAG. Is that a stock or a crypto? IAG, International Airlines Group. Little high for me. I want to buy when the wave's down there. ASTS. I think this one had a weekly signal go off today. Just too high for me. Too high. Okay, too close to the red zone there on the daily. Just not interested. SERV. Here's a robotics name. The robotics name we're playing here is RR. Rich Tech Robotics. I think this is a better buy than Serve. Serve was all the way up here at 18 bucks. RR is sitting right here at 430. But if you're in Serve, I would just be targeting up here at 20 to 22. That hit 22 back here in February. I'm hoping RR kind of does the same thing. Goes from 3 all the way up there to 30. I would love that. I just think RR is a better play here, sitting at 439. I told you guys if RR can break over $5 tomorrow, it's going to absolutely freaking skyrocket. So watch that this week. $4 is very strong support for it. If it can get over 5, that thing's probably going to 8 to 10. I even said 15 on a video on Friday, but I would play RR over Serve. And we're going to leave it off right there, guys. We'll be back tomorrow. We answer these chart requests every single day, so once we're caught up, I will reopen this thread so you guys can put your chart requests in. I just want to make sure that we are being respectful to everybody and covering everybody's name. So if you guys have any comments, feel free to drop them down in the comment section. I read every single comment. If you guys have questions or need support, just come over here to the support chat and put your question, your comment down here, and I am happy to help you guys out in any way I can. I'm just here to share information and gather information. This channel is not about me. It's not about you. It's about all of us working together. So with that being said, God bless you guys. I will see you tomorrow, and be safe out there.